Hello guys, you're welcome back once more. So guys, in this particular video I'm going to show you exactly how to cut this particular two-piece set, this beautiful shirt with notch collar and a palazzo trouser. So please, if it's your first time joining my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more updates. And for those of you that already subscribed, thank you so much. All right, let's move into the video proper. So into the video, I have this lovely ankara fabric that I'm going to be using to sew this beautiful two-piece, and I folded my fabric into two to get the trouser. I'm going to be starting with the trouser, so I'm taking out just the border print of this ankara fabric. I'm just pulling it out. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm coming down by 8 inch. This 8 inch is a normal waist to get a waist normal hip line to get a hip measurement. Okay, I'm not taking out any 2 inch for the band yet. So now I'm going to come down 12 inch. I'm later on going to be taking out 2 inch from that crouch. That 12 inch is my crouch. That's my crouch line. I'm later going to take out 2 inch from 8. So but for now, let's just go. Before you start ruling with me, before you start cutting this, please take your time to watch this video properly before you start drafting yours too. Okay, so from this particular crouch line, I'm calling out 4 inch. That 4 inch is to get my tie line. So I'm going to divide my hip measurement by 4, and I'm going to apply it here. That is, I'm applying it on the waistline, on the hip line, and I'm going to apply it on the hip line and on. So guys, can you see what's going on here? Hope you can see exactly what's going on here. So I'll get my waist from the waistline. I'll get my normal waist measurement by 4, and I'm going to add 1 inch to it. So I'm just going to connect that part to meet at the edge of the hip line. Now I'm just going to rule a straight line to connect this like this. Guys, please just pay attention. Then I'm just going to go ahead and curve this like so to meet. You can use your hand to do this curve, or I usually enjoy using the French curve to curve mine. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make use of the ruler to connect this part. Please ignore the first initial line you saw there. So see how it's connected. That is, I'm going to cut it. If I'm cutting it out, I'm going to cut it on fold. I'll cut out the side I ruled the line, then I'll cut the other side, just divide it by 2. I'm not cutting out anything from there. So I divide my tie by 2 and apply on the crouch line. Guys, hope you are paying attention to what is going on here. It's something I want you to see before we move ahead. So I'm going ahead and get my length of trouser. The length of the trouser, I'm going to be subtracting 2 inch. That 2 inch is for my band. So guys, if you notice, I finished cutting this front side and it didn't work out the way it's supposed to, because I started applying. I went ahead to go and apply that crouch on the hip line, which is supposed to be on the crotch line. So right now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to correct that. So remember, I told you that the crotch is 12 inch. I'm going to take out 2 inch from there. So I'm going to take out this 2 inch now, and I'm going to be getting 10 inch. The 2 inch I'm taking out is for the band. Okay, so I'm correcting that. I'm moving the curve down to the crouch line. So that particular curve is meant for the crouch line, it's not meant for the hip line. So in case you have made a mistake like this someday, maybe while drafting yours, remember to correct it. And don't feel like you made a very big mistake you can't be corrected. You can. Okay, so you can see how I'm correcting mine. So I made this mistake and I decided I'm going to use it to, I'll continue with the video like that to show you guys how to correct stuff like this. Okay, so now automatically I've removed 2 inch from the crouch line to get my band. If you notice, see the way I'm measuring it. So that extra 2 inch is going for the band. Then for the hip line, I didn't take out any 2 inch. I'm okay with it like that because I want this palazzo to be free on me enough to express myself. I don't want it to be so fitted that it will be, you know, in between my crouch in a fitted way. So for the back, I went ahead to place it for the back. So on the hip line, I moved out 2 inch, making sure that everything I moved out is 2 inch. Okay, 2 inch. Can you see how I placed it? I'm making sure that you understand this very well. So I'll go ahead now and curve it. I'll curve it to meet up with that 2 inch. Okay, please take note, what I added on the side of the crouch is 2.5. So I added 2.5 to get the crouch height, and then that is to get that cap on the crouch, and equally another 2.5 on the back side. Okay, so that's what I added. I didn't say that during the beginning part, but that is what I added to 2.5. But you can add more on the back side if the person is on the big side. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. So to get the back slant is not a big problem. Just make sure that where you want to cut this back, you leave some space on the up part, and then you go ahead to measure up just like extra 1.5 or 2 inch, depending on what you want to use to get the back slant, and then you curve it to meet the side. So this is just how I did it. Then from the crouch point, I added just 2 inch downwards. So guys, this is just our trouser. There is no big problem, there is no stress. So that's all for the trouser. And down to the shirt. The shirt is not difficult at all. It's a very easy one, but pay close attention equally. So what I'm going to get now is, after I take out my borderline, I'm going to go ahead and take out my my button, the button allowance. So what I'm using for the button allowance here is 1.5. So I'm taking it out. Guys, please, on the part of the trouser, in case you have any questions, please don't forget to ask me on the comment section. Okay, so I just did my best to make sure that I explain anything that needs to be explained there, and exactly how I want to go about that trouser, so that you can even get creative with yours. So my shoulder divided by 2 will give me 8 inch. I added 0.5 to get 8.5. I'll come down here as 1.5 for my shoulder slant. This is because I'm making a shirt, so I'm coming down 1.5. Now from that point, I'll come down by 6 inch. Okay, now I'll go ahead and take out the same 8.5 I had here before, like this, and then I'll curve it. I'll connect it, sorry. So I've already taken out my shoulder slant. So I'm using 1.5 for my shoulder slant here because this is a shirt. Okay, if it's a normal sewing, I'm just going to use 1 inch for it. I'm going to go ahead now and extend this particular line out. So when I extend it out, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting my bust point. My bust point is 10 inch. So I'll go ahead and connect it. See, I'm rolling this up to the part of the zip of the button. So I'm going to be getting my half cut. My half cut or half length for my waistline is 16 inch. This is not really necessary, but it's actually good to get it in case you want to give your shirt a little bit shaping on the waistline. So you might end up needing something like this. So that's why I'm doing this. From the point of the waistline, I'll move down by 10 inch. This 10 inch I'm moving down is to get the hip line. So it's to get the hip line and equally the full length. So the full length is around about 26.5 thereabout. So I didn't take out anything on the front. Normally I'm supposed to take out just like 1 inch measurement, but I want this shirt to have some height. So what I'm using there is 9 inch. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so instead of 10 inch, it's supposed to be 9 inch, but I decided to make it 10 inch because of allowance. So I've gone ahead to divide my bust measurement by 4 and applied. I applied it on the bust line and divided the hip measurement by 4, and I equally applied the same on the hip part. Okay, so I will do the same thing on this chest line here. So I'm adding extra 1.5 to the seam. That is the same allowance. You can make it 2 inch however you want yours. So the next thing I will do now is to get my armhole curve. So once I get my armhole curve, guys, that means our shirt is almost completed. Then we'll go to the back side. So at this particular juncture, whatever I took out on the length of the front shirt is going to be added back on the back side. So you're going to see exactly how we do that. So let's say if your front shirt is 25 and you made it to be 24, you are going to definitely add it back on the back side. So you can see how this looks. And when I'm cutting the side, I gave it a little bit shaping. I didn't make it just be pure straight. So you can see it has a little curve on the waist part. So that is just all for this front side of this shirt. That is all for it. So I'll move it to the back side, and when I come to the back, I'm going to go ahead and pin this button part inward. You can go ahead and iron it. So I'll just pin it like this. Okay, so when I finish pinning it, I'm going to see the way I placed it on the fabric. That is how you're going to place yours. So from that particular point, I moved up 3 inch. Okay, 3 inch. You can use 3.5, but 3 inch is what I used. If you use more, you're going to add more to the shirt. That you're going to add more length to the shirt. So I used 3 inch exactly. That 3 inch is going to balance out the 1 inch I took out on the front. So I measured half inch on the front. See the way I marked the half inch, and I curved, I just bent it over like this. That is a 3 inch to meet itself on that half inch. Make sure that they meet themselves on that half inch. Then you go ahead and pin it down and fold it just the way I folded it. Okay, fold it, don't fold it to be equalized. This edge here, don't fold it to be equal. Let it come out a little like this. Okay, so before that, I'm going to finish pinning this side. And before I finish, I pin up this side that is acting as the center front. So that is the center front. I'm going to come down by 4 inch for my neck depth. So I'm coming down by 4 inch. Then when I come down by 4 inch, I'll move in by 3 inch. So I'll either move in by 3 inch or 2.5. So yeah, right now I'm supposed to, or better still, I'm working with my accurate neck width. So you know how you want yours to fit you. So you can see how I'm taking my time to make sure that what I'm using here is the accurate. So I'll go ahead and curve this. So guys, this curve that I'm making here, you can use your hand and curve it. You can curve with your hand, or you can use a normal curve. So I'll just curve it out. So I don't want to make any mistake on this. So you can see how this is looking. So I'll make sure I curve it very well. So now that I've finished curving it again, I made it to have some deepness. I'm just going to go ahead and pin this. So I'm pinning it on the half. Remember, I closed it up with half inch, the one below and the one above. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So I'm cutting out. Put your hand inward like this. That is how you are cutting out. I just want you to understand this so that you don't end up cutting out everything, then you'll be disappointed. So put your hand, you are cutting the front side. You are cutting the front side. You are not cutting the back and the front together. So cut it just the way I cut mine. So the essence of this particular shirt type is to give your shirt a very nice look, a balanced look. Okay, so guys, this is the outcome after I finish cutting it. And when you take a round measurement of this, you know you have your neck measurement. You have your neck circumference of your neck. So you're going to have it where you divide it by 2. So guys, I finished cutting out every other thing that needs to be cut out on this shirt. When you open it up, this is how it's going to look. So now I'm going to remove the bottom part. I keep calling it zip. I'm used to zip. So I'll trim out this excess here, and that is all for the shirt. That is all for the cutting of the body. Then down to the sleeve, guys, I'm just going to hurry out this particular sleeve because the sleeve part is not complicated, it's not difficult. Okay, so just go ahead and make your normal sleeve. Go ahead, just make sure that the sleeve has some height. At least let the length get to your elbow. Okay, let it get to your elbow. That's just it. Then add your allowance to it. So that is what I'm making here, adding my seam allowance, my hemming allowance, and the side everything. So this is basically my sleeve. There is no problem here, no big deal. So that is all, guys. If you know you have enjoyed this tutorial so far, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more updates. While we are sewing this particular two-piece, we are going to cut out the band for the trouser, the pockets, and equally the collar for the shirt. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.